Hey everybody, welcome back to ramdamdidgeguitar.com. My name's Rob. Tonight I'd like to talk a little bit about how to put on a wax mouthpiece onto your Didge. Didges will either come with a mouthpiece or without, and there's advantages to both. Some of my Didges have no mouthpiece, and what I like about that is I often will play guitar simultaneously when I'm playing Didge, and if I don't have the mouthpiece, I always know exactly how the Didge is going to play. I don't have to adjust because wax is, malleable, and so over time it changes shape, and so that's, I think, an advantage to having a wooden mouthpiece. Now, a disadvantage to a wooden mouthpiece is that it's not that comfortable. So if the mouthpiece is, or if the opening in a Didge is too big, the diameter is too big, you got to have a mouthpiece. Or if you would like to add some comfort to your playing, if you're going to be playing for a long time, then that's another good reason to have a mouthpiece. So I've just received a few days ago a shipment of 20 Didges from Australia from Didge craftsman Peter Santo. And these are beautiful Didges that I want to put up onto the website. And often they'll come without the mouthpieces. So I'd like to explain to you how I go about this. You can see that there's no mouthpiece here. And really, with the diameter of this opening, I could probably get away with playing it without a mouthpiece. But I think it's just on the cusp of being a little bit too big, and I think it would be more comfortable to use a mouthpiece. So what I've done over time is I went on the internet and I bought a molding material. It's like I forget what it is, like a latex or something. And I took some wooden doweling, rounded. And this comes in a liquid form, and I put the wood inside. And when it dried, this becomes like a rubbery substance. You take the wood out, throw it away, you don't need it anymore. But it leaves the mold for making your mouthpieces. So then I buy blocks of honey, natural honey, 100% natural, off the internet from a couple of companies that I have come to trust. And so what I'll do then is you get these blocks of honey come to you like this. I put it in the bag, keep it in the bag, and break it up with a hammer into chunks. Then you take a pot of boiling water, a big pot, and inside that pot you hang this little almost oversized coffee cup, but it's got a handle so it can hang on the side, so that the hot water is surrounding it. And then you drop your chunks of wax into it, and your chunks of wax with the swirling hot water around it will take a liquid form. Once it's in that liquid state, I gingerly pick this thing up with a towel and I pour it into the mold. And a few minutes later, when it cools off, it'll be like this. So then, when I'm ready to put the mouthpiece on, and you can make these ahead of time and just keep them. When I get ready to put the mouthpiece on, so I will take a water bottle, cut it off about 2/3 of the way, fill it with water, put it in a microwave about 50 seconds so that it's hot enough for me to almost scream in agony, but not that hot, not quite that hot. And so then I'll put the shaped wax into there, maybe a minute, a couple minutes. This has been sitting in this water in the time I've been talking. So what that does is it takes the hardened wax and makes it malleable again. And now we can put it on our Didge. So I'm going to take it and put it around the mouthpiece. And what I'm doing is I'm pushing on the inside and on the outside. I want the wax to grip down in the Didge itself, and I want it to grip on the outside as well. And so I'll just kind of go around here. And by the way, Didgeridoo Breath in Fremantle, Australia, also put out a very nice video on how to change your mouthpieces. I'd give them a check out if you are so inclined. That's where I bought my first Didge from. And it's been a love affair ever since. Okay, so you have a few minutes before the wax will harden up, and then you can see here that I've closed the diameter a little bit. Let's give it a shot and see how it works. So yeah, it feels pretty comfortable. And I think this one's just about ready for me to get ready to do a sound sample and put it online. So some lucky person can own a Peter Santos Didge. So, I guess the other question is people will sometimes ask is how often do you have to change the mouthpiece? There's no real answer to that. Sometimes they fall off because they get banged around, and then you're forced to. If you don't have any other wax, you can just take that one. You can roll it on a piece of cardboard after you heat it up in hot water. Roll it so it's round again, and then you can put it around your Didge. If you want to replace it, sometimes after a year or so, or 8 months, sometimes the coloration will get dried out and it won't be as comfortable. You can change it then. But there's no set and hard, fast rule as to how often you need to change your mouthpiece, whatever is comfortable for you. So, yeah, that's about it on how to change a mouthpiece. Again, I have Didges with mouthpieces and I have Didges without them. And each has their own advantage. But if the opening is too big, then you're going to have to put on a mouthpiece. So if you need a replacement mouthpiece, let us know because we have some. Yeah, and until then, happy Didging to you. Peter Santos. Beautiful Didge.